Got three eyes. It does.
Yeah, it does.
I
The
didn't
two main
realize.
eyes and then the central chakra eye,
Yeah.
which is the rectum.
You're now listening to the Beardy Bros Podcast.
He's got a rectum on his forehead. He's got a pooper. Pook.
You got a rectum on his forehead.
All right.
You just go to the toilet and just bend over. Imagine the thing in splashback.
Oh, in your face. Anyway.
Ew.
Ew. Ew. Ew.
I did this awesome Sean Connery voice this morning. Like,
Yeah.
I can't remember how I did it though. Like, oh, shush. I don't even fucking remember how the
This
hell I
is really
did
good
it.
though. Perfect
Hey,
Sean. Perfect Sean Connery.
it was a perfect Sean Connery voice. It was fucking amazing. Just had a little bit of. Fucking, that was so good though. Like, I was just randomly walking around the house and just started doing it.
Oh god. Fucking wild. Were you slapping anyone?
I was on St. Troy. Just fucking flat. You get Shaggy just slapping people.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that. So anyway, you ready to lock that
We'll
in?
get into it.
You ready to lock that in?
Yeah, lock it in.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm locking it in apparently. I'm stirring a pot, but I'm locking it in. With that geared up and ready to go, what's up, beardies and beardettes? Welcome back to another fine episode of the Beardy Bros Podcast. Oh.
I thought you were just gonna go.
Stir the pot again.
That might be that could be a thing for your TikTok.
Oh god damn it!
It's like you light up a game.
Stream starting soon. And then one person's watching and they're like, "Oh!" they're gonna get punched in the face.
It does happen.
People freaking out.
Because on Sauce, I do a thing where I go,
And people.
and someone punched their phone apparently,
That's like the PewDiePie thing.
and they dropped it. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Anyway, it's another week.
Gotta forget
Another
that.
podcast. We always got stupid shit happening here. I actually already figured out the title of this episode before we even started. This episode for this week's called All in a Row.
I thought it was something to do about fugless.
That's just a bonus quest. But anyway, we'll get to
They're
that.
in the fugler pot.
You'll understand in a bit later. Oh, I mean, we could talk. I don't know if we want to talk about it yet.
Do it later.
But yeah, you'll get why we call All in a Row in a bit later. But anyway, it's been another week. What's been happening, Jim?
Not much, man.
Been
I
a pretty
mean,
quiet week as well.
work, sleep, stream, repeat. I guess.
Yeah,
Like,
it's the usual.
that's
Isn't it?
every fucking week. I know. I did have a blood test.
You had
on-
blood test.
Got a hole in my arm.
Got a hole in your arm.
That was a few days ago. Oh, it's still there.
That happens. You got a hole in
That's
your
not
arm.
even where it was. It was lower. The freaking bruise. But yeah, blood test. Went and visited vampires.
Visit the vampires. They wanted to suck
I mean,
your blood.
They take so much blood. Like they need a little bit. Like what do they do with the rest of it?
I know. They're getting high off of it.
They put in their fucking coffees and.
Little tea parties.
C. Ooh, negative.
Trying to guess what blood type. The blood type guessing game.
Blood roulette. Got to test the deficiencies and like too much iron.
God damn it.
You can't do that because if someone's got AIDS, you can catch it that way.
It's just like the little bit like, ooh, tastes like AIDS.
Oh fuck! No, you can cure that now. So
Yeah, well, the taste of AIDS.
you can cure AIDS now.
No, not AIDS fully, just the taste of it.
Which is a shame they couldn't do that. Like
Oh,
what 30 years ago.
Bloody hell.
That does suck though. Like, lost so many people to AIDS, haven't we? Really?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's one of those things.
And it's not necessarily a sexual thing. It's like just out of nowhere you can get AIDS.
Yep. I know, it was just, that's what it was known for. It was derivative from that, and then they figured out it can be caused by all kinds of things.
You can go to a park and you can catch AIDS. Crazy. No, because there was a thing where people put needles in shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always paranoid. I'm not touching nothing. I'm going to put my hand in
that
things.
That paranoid me for so long, when they were talking about that, when people were like sabotaging parks by putting...
And the fucking bananas, they put stuff in the bananas. Like, like...
People are fucked. Like, people are fucked.
Well, where'd they get the fucking blood from?
Themselves, most probably, just fucking... Like, I got this, everyone else can fucking take it too. Fucking dude, nutcases.
I mean, I'm lucky.
Honestly,
I'll get blood test every 3 months. So if I got something,
nutcases out there, honestly.
Yeah, there is. We're 2 of them.
We're the good kind, though, not the bad kind.
Depends on what we do, really.
Oh, it's been a weird.
We don't go around doing that.
No, don't, not stupid shit.
The worst thing I've done is slapped a plate out of someone's hand.
Yeah.
They put some I think it was either cat or dog food on a plate. They turned around, walked past me, and I went bam, and the fucking meat went whoosh in the air.
Oh,
this was out of nowhere. Just turned around, boom.
Fuck, that's gold.
She nearly dropped it laughing. I kind of preempted it. Because I'm a dick. That's what happens. Sometimes I connect. Sometimes I fake it and hit accidentally, which that's what that was.
Yeah.
Because I moved too quick. It's just boom. Oh fuck.
And
the cat meat went.
That happens.
Dog meat, whatever it was, on the floor.
Fucking hell.
It was funny. But what have you been up to, Daz?
Yeah, not much as well. Just been chilling. Just drawing shit and playing the games. Just, taking it sleazy.
Speaking of games, The Last of Us came out yesterday, part 1. Which, it did look so good.
Yes.
Still not worth the $125, $130.
No, not that much, but not as cheap as people are saying, though.
No, that's roughly, to our economy, is about $70, like 60, 70, which makes sense. That's a remake, like. Plus,
that I can understand.
They've taken out the multiplayer and that, so
it's just straight single player.
There's missing gameplay, so it's like bring the price down a bit.
Yeah, it makes sense.
$130 if you go from like EB and that 125, whatever it is.
Yep.
99 from JB, which everyone should go to.
A little bit more realistic. A little bit. Not saying it, just a little bit.
That's the price of a fucking fresh game. Like, no, JB's cheaper than that usually. Like 89, 79. So it's still got that premium price just for a. It's got less. I get.
I mean, they did it with Halo.
Like, huh?
They did it with Halo. Halo had no multiplayer, and it was unpolished.
Yeah, but that was getting multiplayer though. So okay.
No, I mean like that. Not talking about campaign-wise. Like the multiplayer was free to play, and they charged again full price for a game that was missing so much content.
Weird.
So
T-shirt.
I know it. We got some Halo stuff we'll talk about anyway in a bit.
Yeah, they should just go down in a hole.
But there's people. I mean, I can just jump into it straight now. Actually, actually, there's a bit of Halo talk I want to talk about again.
Oh yeah, like
with the way.
Things.
So there's the latest talks that they mentioned. There's the new update coming, November. It's the new big update. So that's what 343 is talking about. They're dropping, and they're saying they're bringing online co-op and the beta for Halo Forge. But at the same time, they're dropping local co-op, and it's just like, what the fuck?
After they said for the last year and a half that it's coming.
And there's a thing, too, that people have been taking receipts from, where they said back in the day at a convention that they'll be like, we will always have local co-op, we will always support local co-op. And now what have they done? No more local co-op.
Yeah, that's been canned entirely. And the next season comes in...
It's delayed as well.
6 months.
Yeah, it's delayed. Was that season 3?
A, they're incompetent. B, they're incompetent. C, they're fucking incompetent. Considering Destiny in the time that Halo's been out has done two major expansions, 4 seasons, something.
I mean, that shows you what Bungie has done when
Bungie, and that's a way bigger game. Like Destiny's way bigger.
Well,
and they've done a lot fucking in that little bit of time.
What made it worse was I commented on a thing. Because people have been talking again, because Master Chief Collection, if you notice, there's always content coming out for Master Chief Collection.
And all Halo brought out was 2 maps.
Yeah. I mean, we're comparing different demographics now because they're not even the same closest studios at all anymore.
No, but the same type of game.
But this is even the worst part here, is everyone's been bringing up, talking about, the MCC, the Master Chief Collection.
That was pretty much done.
And this is what I want to talk about. So... we're still seeing a lot of support for that game, and this is what the worst problem was, because someone wanted to fact-check me, and, I mean, I guess, or give me the right fact, which makes sense, but it doesn't make them look any better. So,
unless you've got hard facts that can be, backed up.
This is what it is. So, they had the hard facts going, because I said to them, I said on the comment going, 343 wants to spend more time working on, Master Chief Collection content than Infinite content. And then the person turned around and commented on my thing.
Getting content though.
Yeah, they're dropping skins and always working on fixes, and they're always.
Yeah, but that's the easy stuff. Like making new content, like actual maps and that is Infinite, and that which they're not doing either.
That's what I'm saying. So this is what I mean. There's support there, and this is what gets me. This is which is going to put the sugar on top. So there's more posts and support and media happening from the MCC over Infinite. And yet the person corrected me going, well, it's... And well, not correctly correcting me. They basically said to me, though, going, the MCC has a smaller team over the team working on Infinite. It's like, then why is there a team with a smaller amount of members? Say, I don't know, let's just say, for example, it could be 20 people. I think they said that was 20 or 30
Wasn't there 1,000 developers at 343?
That's what I'm getting at. There's a team, a sub-mini team with 30 team members... over, if it's 1,000 members, so, okay, there's 30 in this team here, that leaves the
900
other... 900, was it? Yeah, 970 other teams working on Infinite, doing absolutely nothing, while 30 people on this other team are actually going bam, 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 bam. But
they cancelled the local co-op, which they worked on the whole time, and they just went, fuck it, gone.
It was in there, but remember when people were, hacking the local play? Remember that?
Yeah, it was very broken, though.
Yeah, but it was there, and there were people hacking it.
That's not now. They're going to take it all fucking away.
You know why?
Patch
Why? Because it's too fucked, because they fucking broke it, and they couldn't fucking fix it, because they're incompetent.
You can't blame the new engine. Because other teams have used new engines
at all. That's them making this fucking shit. They fucked it up.
No, but it is a new engine, though.
Yeah, but it's got nothing to do with the new engine. It's them. They're incompetent.
No.
How are they... that's what I'm saying. Don't blame it on the engine. Blame it on the people who made the game.
Yeah,
they literally made a fucking fuckery.
They need to... No offense to anyone who made the game.
At this point now, drop it. Just completely cut it from existence.
Yeah.
And start fresh. Make something new.
Make Halo 6.
Actually make Halo 6. Make Halo 6.
Or make them 1,000-odd developers go to different studios.
Break it down or make a whole new IP. Give them a chance to make something new themselves.
Halo should be put away now, not touched for a decade or so. It needs to be rebooted now, I think. But then you can't do it without... because the way Bungie did it, that's the perfect fucking Halo.
I was saying, it's their recipe. Why, you know...
Because you said, Halo 4 and 5 failed because they're not Bungie, and they've got Infinite, which... Who saw that coming?
But, it's just gotten worse and worse with the support. You think, okay, it's been out for a while, it'll get better, they'll fix it and they'll work on it.
Nearly
Let's
2
fix
years.
It, and literally fixing, doing nothing. They're going, let's fix it. We're saying we're fixing it, but we're not actually doing anything.
Nearly 2 years. No co-op still for a while. No, that will be the 2-year mark, actually.
We're adding content. Do you remember that time we added 2 maps? Yeah, that wasn't like 6 months. Yeah, but we added 2 maps. We added 2 maps. Yeah, it was 2 maps. But that was like nearly a year. Yeah, but it was 2 maps. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Bungie, way less developers. 2 major expansions, which are fucking massive. Plus their raids, whatever they do, and seasons they've done. Like
raid seasons, yeah.
Like they are very comparable. They're 2 live service fucking first-person shooters.
Well, it's not even
the same competition.
It's so bad. Like they're going for live service, but they fucked up the live service side of things. Like that's the worst part. They're trying to be live service.
I feel sorry for the devs.
They fucked it up. It's just like
because
they didn't even know
tried
what they were
blaming
doing.
COVID though. That's the thing. Like every development team had COVID. Like they dealt with it.
I don't know. There's some people that come out like some of the Sony studio stuff. Look at the content they've spit out.
Yeah. Stray, stuff like that.
And then you got these Xbox companies, and they work through COVID, and they're pooping out poop.
I mean, Forza Horizon, that was pretty decent, but same as 3 and 4, like
exactly, like that's easy enough for them to work on. It wasn't that hard, apparently.
Nothing against it, but
they even did a rework.
It just feels like 3 and 4.
And that's what gets me every time is that this was a rework as well. They're like, we're gonna go back to the drawing board. We're gonna spend an extra year on it to crisp it up.
No, an extra year to polish it, which it still looks the same as that old trailer.
Give you content. We'll spend an extra year giving you content. Fucking.
So technically, it was 2.5 years for multiplayer that still wasn't there.
Oh.
What are they doing over there?
Giving you content.
Because that delay should have put in multiplayer at least, not Forge. Like even local local shouldn't be hard to put in there compared to online.
Beta, it's like how come every time Forge comes out, this is like they have had Forge since Halo 3,
which was Bungie. So
yeah,
and that was on release day, I think, wasn't it?
But then 343, yeah, well, it was a little delay, but you've already got the concept and the mechanics there for Forge.
No, but that came out like not long after, like a full package. Like there it is, going ham. Like,
but like
this is a
thing, though.
Beta, which
they've
is
had Halo 4,
what do you have?
Halo 5, and now Halo Infinite, where they've still had the package of. Or did Reach have Forge? I can't remember.
I don't. Did Reach have multiplayer?
Yeah, Reach had multiplayer. They've all had multiplayer.
I haven't played Reach apart from a bit of the campaign.
But either way, it's just funny that it's just like we've had the mechanics have been there. They can like still work with those in new you know what I mean? They've still got the infrastructure there for those things. Like why?
They should just drop Halo Infinite, like cut their losses now before people really do start, because they can sue, man.
Oh, I want to sue for the stress.
People should. They sue for much less. Like, they have released a broken, fucking unfinished product for years.
And people want to keep bitching about Cyberpunk.
This is in that boat. Well, actually, it's
there's
yeah.
so many now.
It's not worse. It's not better. Like it's in the same boat. Like it's fucked on launch, missing content, bugs.
I know, but everyone made a big deal. But that's the thing. Everyone made a big deal about Cyberpunk, which I get. But then like.
Yeah, that was overhyped for like a decade.
Yeah, but then there's like so many other games, and it's just like, oh, it's not as bad as Cyberpunk. Fuck off! Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Pretty bad.
I shall blame Bethesda for this. Game's buggy. It's cool.
Wait, yeah.
Every other developer get buggy. Hey,
let's do that with Starfield. Starfield's going to be exactly. It's going to be so polished. It's going to be so good. No, it's not. It's
gameplay
Bethesda.
looked so last gen.
We already saw it. The AI is being retarded.
It looked like Fallout 4. Like
it's not a mechanic. It's not a game mechanic.
People didn't react when they shot.
Out of the ship. Characters doesn't just come out of the ship and be like, the enemy's right there, but I'm going to be like, ha ha ha, and walk off a fucking cliff. In a tech demo, like
yeah, that's hilarious.
They fucking walked off and they cut it because every time I'll bring that up with Starfield.
They need to cut Halo Infinite complete. Like just delist it. Give people their fucking money back who spent money. Cut it.
It was a big mistake when they aimed for that fucking Game Pass launch because they'd already targeted Game Pass.
That's what Game Pass was doing to games, man.
Like, and people would keep trying to. There was a thing I read today.
Oh, they can put it on Game Pass broken.
Now, I can't remember which game it was.
They still get money for it.
There was an article I saw this morning. I didn't get a chance to screenshot it. I don't know if it was from yesterday, but I saw it this morning, and it was basically saying there was a game coming out. I can't remember which game it was, and it said it wasn't coming to Game Pass. And the first thing people were saying, going, "Oh, it's because Sony paid them off, so it doesn't come to Game Pass." It's got nothing to do with that.
They're entitled, bro.
It's like they don't.
Every
want to
game's got to
release
come to Game Pass or it's shit.
They don't want to drop the game on Game Pass. It's like, I was hoping to get it on Game Pass. This is the mentality now we're in. We've said it many times. This is the fucking mentality we're in. Oh, I was waiting for it to come to Game Pass. I was going to buy it on Game Pass. That's what it was. It was Dead Island 2.
It's the next Netflix.
Dead Island 2.
That doesn't need to go to Game Pass. Like, fuck.
That's what it was.
They don't... There's enough hype behind that. They don't need Game Pass.
Yeah, exactly. And again, but there are people that are starting to wake it up now and actually starting to stand up, like we've talked about it, and saying it's like, oh,
I'm getting rid of my Game Pass again because I'm not fucking using it.
But like again, there's people going, oh, but they get paid from the company, like Microsoft gives them money. Yeah, they give them say $1 billion. Let's just say it's $1 billion.
That's a one-off.
Here's a one-off $1 billion. That's all you get. But then if they release the game physically, they could have made $3 billion. But you got to make that wage up. You're going to go, do we want to do this now?
Not just that, but online, if you have to buy it online or physically, you make way more over the long run.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that depends on the game. Depends if they support it past.
I can understand if you made, I can understand if your intent. This is why it is to a point good for indie developers. So
it's good for indies, nothing AAA because there's no way they're making back hundreds of million.
You're going to cut a loss. Then you'll be like, fuck it. I'll sell you the game. Here's, the game cost us $2 million to make. They're going to offer us $10 million up front. Fuck it, we'll take it. Even though you could make $20 million. You go, fuck it, we'll cut our losses.
That's still in their pocket, like they can make a next game or a sequel or something like.
Some studios will do that. And that's the thing. There are studios that are basically doing that. That's what we're seeing. Like 343 basically done that. They're going, yep, sweet. We'll take the lump sum. Let's just fucking. I mean, they still got it physical release. Like you still make that small change on the side, but you're making a lot less. You are getting more people to play your game, but at the same time, I can see where like Halo did because they're like, oh, Halo, we'll do it. We're partnered with Microsoft. We'll fucking get it on there. We've got microtransactions, so if people play it for free, or for free, should I say, they'll want to buy. Freemium. Is it freemium content? What is the term? Premium content?
I really don't because only the hardcore players do.
But it was still funny though. It was still funny because it still bit 343 in the ass because they go, oh, we got a free multiplayer. It's completely free. It's on game, not even Game Pass. It was literally free to play. And it's like, but we've got these microtransactions to make up for it to being free. And it's just like, oh, everything's so expensive. And it's like, yeah, it kind of just bit you in the ass now, didn't it? Because you're expecting to go, well, let's just take the free content out of this, chuck it up for free, and we've still got the campaign game over here, but you can buy that, or you can get on Game Pass for your $15, but multiplayer's free, and then we'll charge you, $30 for a skin. No!
I'm actually sick of Game Pass. I want to own a game now, from Xbox and that, because you're paying way too much because they haven't released a game.
The last 3 games I bought. I bought that full price. I bought these on special. But
they haven't released a game since Forza.
Yeah.
Over a year ago, wasn't it? Yeah, over a year ago now.
And pretty much it's always going. Anything that's primary Xbox is going to Game Pass.
Everyone's been paying for third-party stuff, which they can just buy, if they want them.
Yeah. It's just,
it's not like Sony's one. You pay for a service. It's the same thing technically, but it's like
they're not new games; they're old games.
Yeah, they're old ones. Like I'm still buying these games they got on there.
That's the point of their services because we've got old titles. If you don't want to pay the $10, you play it.
And they're fucking better games. They got
honestly,
they got a lot of good games on there.
Fucking if like I said, if Uncharted or that's the stuff's on that stuff, it's like, oh, it's on the PlayStation Plus. Those games are $10. I'm just gonna fucking buy them for $10.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bother paying a subscription to get old games that I can buy.
I bought Siphon Filter and that still cheap on the fucking store. Like
Exactly. So, I'll pay for them because it's like they're cheap. They're next to nothing. It doesn't bother me, even though I don't have much money. It's like it's convenient. It's cheap
and the
to
fact
buy.
is that Jim Ryan's already stated that they're not putting games day one because it's not profitable.
Exactly, and you need to be profitable so studios keep
And if
striving.
it comes from them, and they're spending way more than Microsoft, I think, on games, which if they're doing that, Microsoft can afford it, which that's what they're doing because
They're
they can
saying
afford it.
They're trying to play big boy, but they're losing. They're losing out, honestly. They're losing
Also, the
drastically.
Activision deal got a bit of a snag.
Yeah,
Did you hear about that?
I heard something. I didn't look into it fully. Call of Duty or
I
something.
was like, they could lose it, and then it's like, oh well.
It's because of all the
Activision remain independent with maybe Bobby Kotick fucking still there.
Kotick.
If Activision go back to being independent, they need a whole new fucking overhaul.
They need to overhaul either way. Like 100% need an overhaul.
Yeah, doesn't Microsoft still have Kotick still there?
I don't know.
Which people support that. Like they know what he did. They're like, it's Microsoft, who cares?
But I should bring up.
Yay!
But in the meantime, should bring up. I have a different drink this week on the podcast. I am drinking, not sponsored. Remember that. None of this is ever sponsored. This is just something we like to bring up now.
Of the goodness of our hearts.
Mr. Finch Premium Cider Apple Low Sugar is what I'm drinking this week.
That reminds me of the Pure Blonde cider. Have you seen that?
Yes, I have. It looks
And the
interesting.
Pure Blonde zero sugar, like no sugar. That is
Look
nice.
how cloudy that looks. Let me.
Yeah, it's like a 5 seeds in
It's
that.
a nice balance. Like, you know what's been getting me lately? It's been it's a bit tight. It's a bit tight.
It's also not a pop top.
It's a bit tight. No, it's a screw top.
I got fooled once. I'm like, no, pop.
The merch. By the way, I'm wearing the merch.
Right, Tomb of Horrors.
Here we go.
I was smashing this on the notes.
I've been laughing though a little bit lately on like it's because not just on TikTok it's happening. I guess it's Americans. What do you got?
I was smashing a lemon cake with icing Dan cake.
Oh, yep. So
I was doing taking notes, just num.
why not? So this is what I've been seeing on. I've been seeing on TikTok, and this is the Australian thing that we know of, and you'll know what I'm getting at the moment. So I've been seeing it a lot on like TikTok and Reels and Shorts and stuff, and I'm guessing it must be Americans, and they're basically calling it a party trick. But you know, basically an Aussie tradition is when you want to fucking. It's not a party trick. It's basically a dick trick where there's the swirl, but like. You know when your mates are standing around and you're like chit-chatting around, you're like, yeah. And of course one mate comes up and he says fucking whack on top of it.
Oh, yeah.
And then you know what you have to do then? You gotta
That's a fucking dick move.
You gotta skull that fucker. You're like, cause once that head comes, you're like, I'm down in this bad boy, and you gotta fuck. So I don't know what it is, but it must be like I said, it must be Americans because they're like, oh, this is a cool party trick, and they're whacking the drinks. Like, do you not know the concept?
They do it so much fucking hard, like things break, man.
They're so bad. That's something they are. They do it really soft. It's like, there's like a couple of little bubbles, and it's like, but it's like,
they do it too hard. It's like smash. Oh,
it's like it's not a party trick.
Tap it.
It's a dick trick. Like I call them dick tricks because you sit around
it's a dick
and you
move.
fucking do it, and it explodes like a dick.
Because usually your drinks just sit there like you're talking to someone else, like dunk. Oh fuck!
And that's
like,
the whole point. The point is you go, oh fuck, get you mid conversation, and you're designated to fucking skull that bad boy down once that head goes.
So when are they gonna discover the straw in the thing and skull it in like 2 seconds?
It's just.
Yeah, have you ever done that?
But it's just funny because I've seen so many people doing it. There's like one video I saw, and this dude had all these beers out. He had like 6 beers. He's like, I'm gonna show. He was like so ecstatic. He was like, I'm gonna show you this. This is everyone. And then the guy's holding the camera, and he goes, and he goes, and one didn't work. So he goes, like he's hitting with the bottle, and he breaks the glass, and he's like, and then it's watching them all foam up. And he's like amazed by. It's like, how are these people not seen this? It's not.
I reckon
a
when
party
we were a teenager, like
it's like it's not a party trick, it's a dick trick. Like, and it's just funny how people see these things and like it's a party trick, it's amazing, it's fun. It's like no, it's not. You there,
I've just seen them as
fuck
well.
you,
It's fucked
Gary,
up.
or something. You're like fuck you, you're a prick. You fuck my dream. You're like fuck you.
until it stops
fuck.
frothing. Or you drink it.
Yeah, so, you know, old tap. And they're like that. They're going, oh, what's this? Oh! It's just like, it's so fucking bad.
No, don't.
It's cider anyway. It's like I said, it's low sugar, so it's not going to do it properly.
Yeah, beers on it just shoots straight up like a fucking fountain.
Ooh.
I found ooh. But like,
you can see how much carbonation is in that. Look at that.
They're catching up. They're
I got 2
slowly
little
catching
tornado
up.
bubbles in it.
They're catching up on our way slowly.
I know, slowly. It's just
I've
funny.
been doing that since I was a teen. It's like, yeah.
I know, like I said, it just cracks me up watching.
But yeah, no one really does it. It's only like you always got that one friend who does it.
Oh, me and my mates, we always do it to each other. If we're sitting around long enough and no one's done it, in like a time frame, one of us does it to each other, like to someone. Right. We don't do it to everyone, like, but you do it to one person, and you basically pass it on, and it's like them, and then they do it to someone, and then they tag. It's like playing tag, basically. It's beer tag, and yeah, it's just fucking great.
Look at though. Hey, but the things we make up, and
it's just funny.
They call us weird. It's like, no, we're just inventive.
Right? Australian culture.
You can't fucking beat it. You can't beat it. It's like going to fucking Bunnings for a snag. You can't beat that. They think that's weird.
No, it's fucking pristine. Just fucking.
I don't do it. Like I've done it like once.
I don't go. And
I got like and I got a Fanta. I'm like, oh, this is cool. A dog and a Fanta, like.
So good. I don't go to Bunnings much on a Sunday.
For a couple of bucks, it's like, here you go.
Or on the weekend. I don't go too many times on the weekend, so I don't get a Bunnings snag.
I feel weird about it, but I think it goes to charity though, so that's a good thing.
It does, but it's always good having a Bunnings snag. Just something about a Bunnings snag is just fucking.
Put sauce on, bit of fucking onion, gives you a drink, and you just walk off back to your car.
Going while you walk
or into the store, depends where you're going.
Some people come just to go get a Bunnings snag.
Yeah, I know, right?
Some people will literally go out of their way and be like, I want a sausage snag, and they fucking go down into a Bunnings.
You can't beat it. Like, it's just got that nice fucking soft bread with a nice freshly cooked snag.
With onion. Something about a Bunnings snag.
Some good old dead horse.
Oh, it's Father's Day tomorrow. I might go down to Bunnings and get myself a Bunnings snag.
There'll be a lot of them there, I reckon.
All the dads lined up, fucking, oh, my snag. Father's Day snag.
Maybe it'll be a Father's Day snag, maybe. Who knows?
Are you going barbecue tomorrow? Maybe snags?
I haven't had one in years. I think I was in Melbourne last time I had one.
Was that Bunnings snag or just a snag?
Yeah, both. Like a good old snag.
I get some snags. Put another snag on the barbie.
Because they think it's weird that we do that. And it's like, no, it's for charity and it helps things.
Yeah, like we do stuff. Like
we do things for charity.
I don't know.
Pretty sure they're volunteers who actually do it. Like,
actually, I want to thinking kind of not really charity. I know, but it is kind of charity because of where it went. So this was like a couple of weeks ago. I saw this is
where it went.
It happened in America, right? So this dude won like whatever it was. It was like one of the big lotteries. So it was like so many $1 million. It was like I don't know if it was a big lot. I don't know. I don't think it was $1 billion. No way it would have been $1 billion. It was like $1 million.
You're in rich.
It was a fair cop, but he got taxed X amount. So he only ended up getting like, let's just say it was $1 million. I can't remember exactly what the amount was, but let's just say
around half or something.
Let's say $1 million, round it to $1 million. So he was taxed more than half. So he only ended up with like $500,000.
That's not bad.
So let's just round it like that. So I think it was like $450,000. So for story's sake, it was $1 million lottery. He won it. He ended up getting taxed. He got $450,000. So he got taxed $550,000. The next day, it was like the next day or the second day after, Biden goes, "We are donating $550,000 to Ukraine."
I took his. What a dick move,
literally
man!
Took his half. Basically, that's what it's coming down to. Is they took his half of the winnings because it seems too quickly for someone to win the big lotto.
Got that bucket loads
to take the winnings and then you donate it to Ukraine.
I mean, I get helping Ukraine, but that dude's winnings.
That dude being taxed more than half. How do you get taxed more than
Because
half?
over here, if you win that, you don't want to get taxed at all, do you? Like,
You're gonna get like taxed like 10% or like
yeah, like it's fuck all.
It's very small, but it makes sense because it's a winnings and it's not like it's not a donation. It's a winning, so you got to pay taxes because a lump sum because you pay taxes as a person. So,
but you don't have to when you win the pokies. Though you can win $1 million at the pokies and not pay anything.
Because that's a different game. It's a different gamble system. I think that's where a lot of the money comes from as well. As the lotto's designed by the government to be a government flow source, so that's why the money kind of helps.
I mean, they didn't need that dude's money. They didn't need it.
But yeah,
they took way more than they should have. Unless their taxes are higher over there, I think they are. But
something like that. But it's so unbalanced that it's like you win the lotto and you get taxed more than half. Like it's like how do you get taxed more than half of the prize? Like fucking hell, way to keep people down, eh? They really don't want people to be fucking like rich.
It'll stop people buying them. Like, if they just say you win like 500 grand, you get like 200 or 150 or something like that. So they've done that. Like, someone might have needed that 500 for something. Like, fuck. That's the world, though. Taxes, man.
Taxes.
Have you seen the
Who run the world? Taxes. Who run the world? Taxes.
You seen the raccoon and the cat food? It's like. He just runs off like taxes. That fucking raccoon legs it though. He just fucking scoops up and runs like he's like. That's the fucking government.
That's fucking wild.
So you work to earn that, and they're like,
well, it's like
thank you.
It's like the raccoon with the fairy floss in the water. The water is the government. It's like, it just disappeared. Just fucking.
Oh.
The fairy floss has vanished because it touched the water. It's like that's the water's the government.
But I don't deal in all that, so
no, I don't
know what fucking tax here. No, it's better than over there.
Yeah, we got a lot
better than most places here. I think, to be fair.
Pretty much.
See, we got a good government. People hate them for no fucking reason.
We're doing a lot better. I mean, yeah,
choices they make.
There's choices, but our system's a lot better.
Definitely. Yeah, like our fucking dollar's gone up now ever since COVID and shit. Like. We're doing a lot better.
Bouncing back pretty good.
COVID's helped the country.
Oh.
Like,
a lot of things. Well, it's woken people up and then to stand up against the government. The government's rebalancing.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of things that are a bit fucked at the moment where prices of things are going up and not balancing. Like, again, as always, it's in those points where everything's going up.
Come down, though, thankfully.
Well, that's exactly it. But, like, everything's going up, but the price of wages hasn't changed again. It's like... fuck, it's like wages need to go up again, like...
Has in some things, but it's like very minor areas.
Mm.
The people who sit in the desk doing nothing get the pay rise.
Yeah, CEOs.
People sit, the fucking CEOs and that.
CEOs.
Getting their, $1 million a year or so.
Fucking wild.
When they could take a pay cut, maybe... They could take like 100k less just to give more to people below them. Like
that's exactly it.
Like they probably already got 100 million in the bank or so. Like they can live off that.
They're living so well, and they don't want to change because like I'm living too comfortably now. I could not dare change the way how comfortable I've been living for the last.
Like, I used to have a lot of money. It doesn't make you happier. Like it, you kind of still like just you. Like it doesn't change anything. You just buy more stuff. That's it.
It's just those that does change us because it's the attitude they have. It manipulates some people, but I feel like you don't really understand until you've been like in that low lining that you have the like respect and understanding.
I mean, I did waste money, but it's like I wasn't a different person, like haha or anything like.
It's like I have money now. Who are you? It's like
that does happen to people.
What's that? Your name's Tony? Oh, it's like, bro, we've been friends for like 10 years.
And goes, can I have? Fuck off.
Yeah.
You wasn't here fucking a year ago. Fuck off.
Exactly. Only those that have been here through my time get some of this good shit.
Yeah. Right?
So
hands itchy. But money does change people. Just in different ways.
Yeah.
Some people be generous, like John Bon Jovi, because he made his charity and shit.
Exactly. Like if I had money flow coming in, I'd be doing the exact same thing. I'd be like,
he made his own
savings, and then
was it a what do you make? He made his own like homeless shelter or something. Like he feeds people, he takes them in. Like more people do stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Get people off the streets, like, do something.
I mean, to be fair, the amount of people you see on the street are not from there.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of scammers who just do it just for fucking money.
Like, that's their job, yeah, is to scam. Homeless.
Because I saw someone had on video. They went up from their little spot on the concrete, got in a car and drove to their house. I was like, if people gave them money throughout the whole day, it's like, if they could see that person right now.
And they go out, sit on the corner, and be like, I need change for food.
Like, as soon as it hits nighttime, they go back to their fucking family or something. Like, yeah, give your money to a proper homeless person or a charity or something.
That's the sad part. There's people that will scam from people that actually need it, that actually need it, and you can't tell.
You can also tell if they're too clean or something. Like if they're freshly shaven, I was like, I don't know if they're homeless or not. It's like they're probably not because they're just very clean.
Yeah.
Or they're very freshly homeless. Who knows?
Oh.
But because they got you can always tell if they got a shopping trolley with them and shit. They're fucking homeless.
That one guy's like, haha, they haven't caught me yet. Parks his shopping trolley, gets in his car, and drives off.
Oh yeah, I didn't think of that. Yeah, I probably do that too.
Has his trolley and he thinks he's pushes around going, oh, like it's so heavy, and then you see him at the end of the day, he grabs it, chucks it in the back of his car, and then drives.
Maybe that does happen. Not in the back of the car, but check down the fucking bank like fucking bubbles. I'll go get the trolley.
Trolleys.
That's my new home. But it happens.
Yeah, it really makes you think though.
The world's fucking sketchy.
Oh yeah. Ooh,
I would never do it. Because I feel too bad. To sit there with a tin can or a bucket or something. Help me. No.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, the government helps you here. No one really is homeless here. I mean, there's some, but it's
it's a different situation.
I think it's their choice.
Yeah.
I think they have a house, but they don't go to it or something. They don't go to a relative or nothing. If they just
choose to be independent, unless they want to live free, kind of
thing.
It's
not good either.
Some people like to live free in the sense of they just want to live on the streets, not have a house. They don't want to feel contained. They don't want to feel.
Yeah, but then it's just a sad.
They don't want to feel like they're working 9 to 5 or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, but then it's just sad. They're just there. It rains. Oh no! It's imagine an icy fucking minus degrees and they're in the fucking no, shouldn't be doing that.
Yep. Anyway, see the new Assassin's Creed.
Mirage, yes.
Mirage. Did I see it?
Gone back to basics like the first game, so hopefully it's one little area with a big little town.
Not so ridiculous.
Back to the assassin, with a blade.
More simpler times.
You're playing as Basim.
Basim.
He's in Valhalla.
Oh yeah.
That's the dude who. I'm not spoiling anything. Oh, hiccups. I'm not going to spoil anything. But yeah, he's in that. That's all I'm saying.
Interesting.
He is a mentor to Eivor. So.
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
another
he's
origin
one of the
thing.
Blade. Maybe, yeah.
I
don't know. We don't know if he's the main character or not, though. They've shown his image with him up there, but I guess we find out September 10th or something, whenever the live stream was.
I guess we're actually getting to the point now where we're actually seeing the proper origins of it actually becoming assassins.
Well, for the new trilogy, anyway. For the
not
new
like
ones.
where it's oh, here's an origin story, but it's in Egypt, but it doesn't show any lineage going into Ezio, that, where it's you're starting to actually see the actual Brotherhood. We saw the Brotherhood, but what started, you know what I mean? We don't really see too many.
This mightn't be that either. I don't think they can. Maybe otherwise they would have done it.
Because they keep going backwards, further back. Is this origin? But guess what?
Well,
it goes back even further. But guess what? It goes back even further.
He is going back in time because he was old in Valhalla and he's young in this, so it's going back even.
See my point. So yeah.
Unless it is the new one, he just had a shave and shit. I don't know.
Who knows?
I think it continues on from Valhalla, but it's being a lot smaller. Thankfully, Because I said I put 150 fucking hours. That story in Valhalla is 150 fucking hours.
I need to play that, and I'm scared of getting around to playing that, so I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, but you don't 100% like I do, though. Like, you're not going for the fucking every
I'm
fucking collectible and shit.
Sometimes I do, but I'm not going to. But
not for that.
No.
I spend way.
Their maps are getting. I mean, I like it,
long.
but their maps are getting way too big, and they're asking me to put too much time into those games. I looked at the Far Cry 6 map, and I'm just like,
that's not big though. That's big, but it's not big.
Yeah, but it's just like these games. I'm like, I like it,
Far
but
Cry
at the same
6
time,
is amazing.
it's just like, can we stop having these ridiculous, massive territories?
Assassin's Creed were like that Odyssey map. Fucking hell.
Oh, it's just like, just bring it back. Just bring it back in a bit.
It was like all land, ocean, island.
Yeah. Oh.
And then you had Valhalla, which was all one big bit of land. Then you sailed off into other maps. There was like 4 different maps.
It just needs to stop.
You had
How am I supposed to play all these
where's
games?
Odin that from? You had like Odin,
Asgard?
Zeus, and all that. Yeah, you had an Asgard map. You had the first map you start on. You had England. You had a nightmare one or something. Like, it's fucking that's so many. And you had to 100% all of them to get the platinum. There's collectibles in each fucking area.
That's fucked. Stack those stones, bad boy.
Yeah, that was a bitch. I'd do YouTube how to do half of those, and of course, it's very physics based. Where if one rock, if I clipped it by accident, the whole thing would go.
Yeah, it's all physics.
If I placed it wrong, it'd be like wobble, wobble, wobble. If I placed the next one wrong, it's like that was the bane of everyone who played its existence. That fucking mini game.
Oh, fuck that.
I hope they learn. Don't stack things in Assassin's Creed.
Not have it extreme physics and be like, yeah, you complete this. There's a physics. Stack it.
Like they're real physics, but it's like, why are we stacking stones?
Yeah, it's nonsense.
Not the right game to stack stones over a fucking outlook. It's like, this view is nice. Now stack some stones. It was like 12 of the fuckers or something. Like it was a lot of them. The first ones were easy. It's like, I can do this because the thing was this half the ground. And then it went to like stuff where it's up here. I almost rage quit.
That's fucked.
I did it to Red Dead. I uninstalled it. I'm like, I'm not fucking platinum in this.
That's fucked.
70 gold medals. 70. I have to replay 70 story missions to get gold. Which in GTA 5 you can do them over and over, and the things stay there. What you need to get gold. This Red Dead doesn't. They clear every time you restart it. Like certain how many headshots. There's percentage how many shots you hit.
Yeah.
And there's timed ones too, where you got to get in like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 30 seconds. I'm just like, nope, fuck that.
Those.
Nope, I'm out.
They were
fucking out. I even started the online. Did like one trophy on there. Meant nope.
So
I was over. I was over it.
Well, I was gonna say here's another one. You remember Splitgate, right?
What? What game?
Splitgate.
Oh, the Halo Portal game.
Yeah. So did you hear that's it's leaving beta soon?
That's still going?
Well, it's leaving.
I haven't seen none of it ever since. Like,
a lot of people play it. There's been like tournaments and stuff, I think. And...
No streamers. I've seen no one playing it on stream or nothing.
Yeah, there's a lot of people stream it. I have a few friends that stream
it. A lot of people I watched did it, but they don't now.
But no. So it's finally leaving beta soon. But the team is going to be there'll be no more future development once it leaves beta.
That's fucking hilarious. I guess they're just done with it.
They're going to go work on the next title.
That's funny.
So they're like
that makes sense.
Like, yep, we're done and dusted. Move on.
But that's a live service game too, isn't it?
It's just multiplayer, so I don't know.
Alright, so it's not really a
It's
battle
just
pass or nothing, is there?
It's just TDM. Oh, there are battle passes.
It doesn't need support though, really.
Yeah,
They
I
can
guess
just
it's just
stop
stock
that
standard.
and just
No
have
more.
it. Just like Halo back when it was.
Pretty
cool though. Like, let's just add a beta then.
So I don't know how it's going to work with the stores and
Then
stuff.
they'll
'Cause they
drop
have
servers
shops.
eventually. It's like, servers gone. Next game out. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, because you've got like shops and with cosmetics and stuff you can buy, and it's like, okay, I guess you drop servers
Getting
for that.
support makes sense. They're probably only a small team.
But
I'm not surprised.
it's a good game. I enjoyed it. Felt better than
You
Halo
enjoyed it.
Infinite.
They haven't touched it in months.
Because I can't get it to work properly. It keeps crashing.
That's a
It's
a game
it's
issue.
an
That
Unreal
is.
Engine crash, yeah. You get a UE engine crash
The fuck?
or something, and whether to just fully uninstall it completely.
Maybe that's
and
why
reinstall it.
people stop fucking playing.
Yeah, so.
Maybe it's a wide thing. Who knows?
Another thing before we go on to anything else. Ninja. Did you see what happened with Ninja? He was playing around a Fortnite and he rage quit on stream. He said he's taking
Damn, because he's not good anymore.
That's basically what it came down to. So basically, what was happening in the scene was he was
These kids are getting good.
he was in the middle of fighting, and this kid was like trying to run away, and he used Rift to go and got away. Ninja lost his shits because he's like, I'm sick of these kids just using Rift to go, he's getting away. It's like, dude, get good. Like, you're not the best. Like, this mentality of people have put him on this pedestal where he thinks he's top shit, and he's the best.
Play like the rest of us.
Like I said, when I had that thing where I played against him,
he fucking murdered your ass.
it was his teammate that shot me all of my fucking health down, and then Ninja came in and stole the kill.
Yeah.
It wasn't even Ninja doing anything. He just stole the kills. Like, there's many people I've seen that play better than what Ninja plays, but Ninja's put on this pedestal being like the best Fortnite player. Dude, he's not.
He was then, not now.
Even then, he wasn't even the best. He was just a.
No, he was
that
still winning
popular.
a lot of games though.
And so there's plenty of any other people. Like, that's what got me. It's like he was just in the limelight. That's why we saw it. Because he streamed it all. But there's so many people that weren't streaming that were better than him. It's just no one saw it. But no, he rage quit on stream and he's like, no, I'm done. I just want to play games. I keep getting basically.
Didn't he like swear at kids and shit at some point?
Yeah. But he said he's done. He's having a break from streaming and he doesn't know when he'll come back. He apparently possibly deleted his Twitter as well.
Because he's not a very nice person, I don't think.
He's no longer verified as a partner on Twitch. Yeah. So
he really had a meltdown.
So yeah, he lost his part. He's no longer verified on Twitch.
What?
And Twitter, it says user not found on Twitch. Twitter.
He just lost everything,
So
man. Like
he
he's
like shut everything
literally.
down. He's like, I'm done. I'm home break. I'm moving on.
Because if you delete a Twitter, don't you lose all your followers?
I guess I don't know. So yeah, he's just like, I'm done, and just deleted everything. Like nothing shows up. Just an user not found with a verified tick on Twitter. Apparently.
I got Twitter right here.
I looked at it before, and I was like, oh, because I saw someone had shared the screenshots and stuff, and you could check the links and stuff.
Ninja. User not found. Well, I still got 6.7 million, but like, what happened? Oh, he actually posted September 2nd. Oh, yesterday.
Yeah.
I just need a break. I don't know when I'll be back on or where. Where's he gonna be?
I know, because like, was he gonna go to YouTube? Like, Facebook gaming's not gonna work out.
Hey,
Honestly,
are you mad at me for dragging you into the drama? What the fuck? I'm just going off there.
Honestly, sounds like a spoiled brat having a tantrum. Honestly.
Yeah, he's salty or something. He's had a meltdown.
But yeah, it just seems like the typical spoiled brat syndrome. That's what I get from him sometimes.
He lost the game and he had to delete his socials.
Proves my point. And I've always said, I never liked him.
Like, I mean, I lose at Rocket League. I don't go deleting Twitter, Instagram. Wait, did you say Instagram? But where's my phone?
Where's your phone? That was like the same thing. It's like
got my news on it.
Got your news on it.
We
don't need it. We don't need it.
What the fuck's my phone?
I've got all the notes this week. This is all we need.
I got them.
No, it's alright. But that's like the same thing. Like Pokemon as well. Fucking stupid bitch. I've never
Pokemon. She gone too. I haven't seen her on Twitch.
She's like, I'm leaving Twitch. I'm gonna stream less because I'm not fulfilling. My creativity isn't being fulfilled. I'm not being
But
fulfilled
you're
with creativity.
streaming, playing new games. That's like creative right there.
She wasn't doing anything because she just sat there and expected people to throw money at her. That's basically what it came down to.
Also, they played the one game, so they have to be creative.
Like, I don't know.
Like if you're playing the same, like, just say it's like Fortnite, and that you have to make the content.
Entitlement. It's entitlement. These people feel way too entitled. These people get put on a pedestal by all these people. People shouldn't be put on pedestals and worshipped. I can understand supporting.
You'll get there one day and do the same thing.
I can understand supporting people, but not worshipping people.
You'll get shot in Fortnite and delete Twitter.
Honestly would not want to be worshipped. I would happily be supported, but fucking be like, yeah, I like what he's doing, you know, encouraging what I do. But not being like, I praise Pickle. He is the best guy. You know, people get like that. People praise, be like, Ninja, he's on glory. He's amazing. Like, no, he's not.
I'll get that on sauce, but like, it doesn't change who the fuck I am.
They're praising you,
like,
I guess, worshipping you.
Yeah, some people do. Yeah, like
Cult of Jim.
I just cop it on the chin and just continue what I'm doing. Like
something on the chin.
Yeah, my beard. But you don't change for no one. Fuck, you don't change for fame and shit.
But yeah, no, it's just whack.
Especially taking a break and deleting shit. Like, fuck me, it's not. You're not fucking 12.
No, exactly. I can end my stream now. It's like, fuck.
I guess it's because the kids will get on his Twitter and start.
Yeah.
Which I don't blame him for that, but like, if it's not that, then.
What things have you got that I haven't got? What have you got to run through?
Did I say it last week that Thor Love and Thunder stream September 8th next week?
Yeah.
I'm just giving it a refresh so it's the 8th next week on Thursday.
That's alright.
I'm keen to see it.
It was good.
This is doing better than Halo Infinite 2. Battlefield 2042 Season 2 is out now.
Yeah, they're doing a turnaround on that.
They're doing better than Halo Infinite.
I was thinking of picking it up because I saw it. It's like $10 at places. I was thinking of picking it up.
$5, bro. Remember when I bought 2?
I know. I missed out on that. I should have bought
one for each console. I don't know why. But
I never did. I
sold you to do it. It's so cheap, like $5.
I had to get it delivered, and I had to pay an extra $5, and I didn't want to.
Still cheap. Still they got to pay $5. $10 an extra $5.
I know.
Fucking hell. When I say there's a sale, I'll get it. When I like, especially $5, like fuck. Especially the Back for Blood. That's just chilling down there now. The Xbox One got the steelbook. It's dented, of course. A little dent on the top. It's not really. You can't really tell it's there, but.
Oh, you got steelbook.
Was it on the top? Yeah, it's like $20. I was like, yeah. Already got it for PS5, but that's all $30, I think.
Something like that.
JB and EB.
I'm never gonna play it again.
I will. It's a good fucking game. I just moved on to other things.
You think Back for Blood is, and you come back to it, and you're like, oh.
It's Left 4 Dead, really.
I'd rather Left 4 Dead.
It just got it's got a new update too. Of something about a worm. Children of the Worm or something. I don't fucking know. I don't know. It's got constant updates though. Like, it's crazy. Also, was it Warner Brothers? They trademarked or they done something? The Big Chungus.
Yes, it's like the character say he's gonna be dropping in multiverses.
Yeah, or it could happen. Like they said, maybe. I was like, that's what it seems likely was multiverses. Have Big Chungus, like,
it was listed for a one-off character. It was, if you read the thing, it was like listed off as a one-off character representation, rather, which makes sense for a video game, like a one-shot. So it makes sense to drop him in as a skin or whatever in
bugs.
Individual character. Yeah,
because you can't have bugs and big. I mean, you could, but like maybe a skin.
Well, that's exactly it. There's a lot of different skins.
Because bugs is Big Chungus, like
yeah.
I've also watched this last night, but The Rings of Power is on Amazon yesterday.
I need to watch that.
It's so good.
Yeah,
it goes to an hour an episode.
Oh, that's good.
It's an 8-episode series. Apparently, there's already 5 seasons in the works.
5 seasons?
Yep.
Fuck me.
But yeah, apparently they shot off for 5 seasons. But yeah, it's got you. I'm not going to say anything about it.
Step aside, Game of Thrones.
Typical. Did you know who's in it though? Because didn't they show that before?
They did. I haven't. I'll come back to it. When
I don't want to say anything anyway, but like, yeah, it's an hour and 5 minutes an episode.
Yep.
Some go longer apparently, so some are like hour and a half, 2 hours maybe.
That's not bad.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Not
Well,
bad.
they need to because it's a slow burn. I'll say that.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Because what they've done, they haven't made it episodes. What they've done is an 8-hour movie. They just cut up into 8 episodes.
Okay.
Apparently, like that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Because you know how like Lord of the Rings, that they've got that intro like that just goes.
Yep.
It's kind of like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a slow burn that you just. I hope it picks up soon. It's not bad. Like
It's
it
only
fucking
it's only
looks.
the first episode, so.
Second, there's 2 episodes out.
Oh, 2 episodes already.
They dropped the first 2.
Ah, penis.
That's right. I said that. Yeah, I've freaking smashed them. And then I watched Jurassic World Dominion. That wasn't as bad as what people said it was.
No, it's pretty decent.
It's not the best, but it's still a good movie.
Yeah.
Ended predictably, but
Like the cameo crossover.
no one. I thought someone was gonna die. I thought like Ian Malcolm or someone's gonna get fucking eaten.
I
was
just
like,
love the crossover. The crossover was great.
well, that's what was gonna happen because Jurassic World is continuing from the first Jurassic Park. Because you can, what it literally is you watch Jurassic Park and then go straight to the Jurassic World trilogy.
Yeah.
Because it's got Dr. Wu from the first movie, and he's in Jurassic World trilogy. He's in all that. It's funny because he has the when Owen has the little raptor on his back, and you got Ian Malcolm go, "Is that a dinosaur on your back?" He's like, "Yeah." He just, casually just yeah. he's just like what?
Yeah, I know, it's so good. It was such a good movie.
He was so confused because he's used to the old like.
Yeah.
Same as like Sam Neill's and like Alan and that, like he's used to the old ways of doing shit.
Yeah. I know.
And you got fucking Owen, he's just like in the face, like like at the dinosaurs and shit.
It actually like picked up a lot this third one. It was really good.
And he fucking chokes the fucking Dilophosaur. Like bam. like what?
It's fucking wild.
They grown since that first Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah.
They were so tiny before, like when the dude went down the waterfall. That thing was like yay big.
Yeah.
And now they're like, hey, like, you got bigger. But that Giganotosaurus as well.
I know.
They got the proportions
I
right.
love the name of it, Giganotosaurus.
Yeah, that's what they're called.
I know. It's
the
just funny.
Giganotosaurus.
It just always cracks me up that that's what it's called. It's the Giganotosaurus. It's like
The Giganotosaurus.
it's like it's just like what a name. It's like we've got because everything's got like because they called dinosaurs. So it's like Tyrannosaurus. Like I guess it's the joke from that. It's a saurus, but it's a Giga. Not a Saurus. It's like, for fuck's sake. Like, really? That's what you thought of? Like, they were having a laugh when they came up with that name, for sure.
It's just a Mega T-Rex, that's all it is.
So that's what they go. It's like, they could have just called, but they don't want to call it Megasaurus. Like, it's a Giga, not a Saurus.
Gigasaurus.
It's like,
Giganotosaurus. It's just good movie. It's still not the best. Like, Jurassic Park's still the best.
The original, yeah.
But that is a continuation, which is that 2 and 3 are still canon because they've got the characters in there, but this is direct from Jurassic Park.
It's kind of like a full circle, bringing it all together, like connection.
That was always that way because you always knew because Dr. Wu was from the first movie.
But it's fully brought it in like the sandwich, or like it fully connected.
Yeah, because they had you've seen it, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, when they had like Alan Grant and Owen. He's like,
doing the same thing.
You run Jurassic World, the Raptors.
Yeah. I
just
love the thing where they did the parallax on the same thing, where there was that line that came up, and they both did the same thing at the same time. It was later on when they first were all together, and it paralleled the groups because they're like all
Oh.
and they're like paralleled each character. It was like Owen was like what's it, Malcolm, and then again that what's the name chick was like the other chick, and then the
That's
doctor
when
was
the
like,
Giga was there. Like,
and there's a line, they said that line, and there's this line, and they both answered at the exact same time. They get the same.
don't move.
Yeah, it was like fucking hilarious. It was like,
And that gig come out of nowhere. So it's like, don't move. I'll just stand there like,
they
ah.
both did the same thing. They're like, don't move, and they, yeah, so it was like, then like, don't move, and the hand, they both put their hands up. They're like, don't move. Oh, like great parallel, like mirroring, like it was so good.
They both had the same job, really. Or
Basically,
Alan didn't really deal with the dinosaurs, but like
the knowledge he knew how to.
he knew what to do,
Yeah.
which Owen did because he worked with them. Like,
Yeah.
but it's like, yeah, and then Ian Malcolm just doing his fucking get the fucking stick on fire, fucking waving like over here. I thought he was gonna get eaten, like I really did.
Just everything, just everyone like was paralleling each other. Like, he's just so good.
Too bad that's the last movie though.
Yeah.
Like, there's no more.
I think it was a nice wrap up. I think.
It could have been better. Like, people had to die.
Yeah.
There's too happy of an ending.
I think that's the
I
biggest
know, like,
thing.
one person the whole movie died.
Yeah.
Like, I think, like, it's dinosaurs. People should be getting, like, torn to shreds and shit. Like, remember the first 3 movies? They didn't hold back.
I don't know, anyone in the path of a dinosaur was dead.
Like, the guy on the toilet. And these, it's like, you see dinosaur. The dinosaur runs away or you run away. Like,
Yeah.
that's not how dinosaurs work.
Anyway.
Not how dinosaurs fucking work. Yeah. But I got some more. This is, I was browsing YouTube before this. I seen a little Gotham Knights. It's called the Gotham Knights preview from IGN.
Yeah, yeah.
They had hours of gameplay, like, but they didn't have the control though. They saw it,
Yep.
played live.
Yep.
That game, they should have shown this before because this makes the game like a masterpiece. What they've said.
Yep.
And it's kind of like Spider-Man, how that game worked,
Yeah.
but better in ways. So it's like, why didn't they show this before?
I'm still confused by Jason Todd though. I'm still confused by his character.
That's their own thing,
Just
their own
flying
take.
through
So
the air, just somehow superpowers. It's like, okay.
that's their own thing. I guess we'll find out what actually happens because they've still shown none of the story. So
That's still cracking me
But,
up. Where he just like float through. He could just run through the air, wherever it was. That clip where he's just like, "Ha ha!" Like, what has he got? Superpowers.
that's probably a glitch. I don't know, but like, yeah, I would go. Everyone go watch that. Even you does. Like, it goes into depth of like how the open world works. Co-op is not tethered. You can do anything. Like they said, you can drop in and not even see your your partner.
Yep.
For the whole time you're in there. All of a sudden, you fight someone, a veteran can come down, or like there he is up there. Like you can roam the whole map without even meeting your partner, which is what multiplayer should be. No fucking tethering. Especially for a superhero game.
Yep.
Apparently missions are dynamic as well, like Spider-Man. Like you can get random missions. You have to get intel.
Yep. Makes sense.
And you can get a drop on the next night because it's only daytime when you're in your base.
Okay.
Then you go back out at night time. They're doing crimes and all that.
Okay.
You can take down crimes. You can't get rid of any of them. Like there's
yep.
always another crime because
it comes
it's
over
fucking
on top,
Gotham. Because they said specifically, Batman could never get rid of all the crime, and neither can they. Like they just can't.
It's controlling it, really.
Yeah. Like it's just go fucking watch it. It's amazing. Like it just sounds awesome.
Yep.
I'm like, why didn't they just show this the first? I was fucking scared of buying a $500 fucking version of this. It's like this game seems busted as fuck.
Yeah, and then now
and now it's like, I'm keen. It's amazing now. Like only a month out from it because it's releasing earlier than it was. So it's like we're only a bit over a month out now, and we've seen nothing. But now we know more.
Yep.
And it sounds awesome.
That's
it just that's the marketing though. Like they want it to seem good, but everyone hated it since like they've started showing it. It's like everyone hates it, and now it's like I read the comments. I was like, "Yay! They should have shown this." Blah blah blah. Yay! Like, there's a full like 15-minute thing. Like, I've just what's in the open world and shit. Like, it's massive. Apparently,
that's alright.
Like, it's always nighttime. There's a day-night cycle, but you're inside and it's daytime. You're outside fighting crime at night.
That's the narrative
stuff
they're
like
saying.
that.
So when you're like doing stuff back at base, it's daytime, but you can do stuff, I guess, at base. And the narrative is like when you're outside is when it's nighttime.
Well, that's without the story stuff they haven't shown or anything.
Yeah.
So. But hell, it looks fucking. I'm more keen now. Like, I'm excited. It's like a big blockbuster before. I have to finish that quick because like 2 weeks later, God of War's out.
Yes. Yes.
Plus, COD's out that same fucking just after Gotham Knights. The same next week.
There's so many games. It's like,
so I was like, I got to do the COD campaign, multiplayer, Gotham Knights, and then quickly God of War. Not quickly, but God of War like 2 weeks later.
Yeah, exactly. I know what you mean. Oh, it's wild.
Plus, I just ordered some other things like Fist and stuff. Like, plus the Ascent. Not Fist, forged in Shadow. Forged in Shadow Torch. I think it is.
Okay.
Forged in Shadow Torch. Yeah, got a steelbook for like $60. It is. I'm like, it's been out on digital for like a year or something or less. But JB's got a steelbook and shit. I'm like, it's only like $59. And the Ascent, getting a steelbook for 80 odd. I'm like, haven't bought it yet. Comes out 16th in this month. Still got a bit to pre-order.
Yeah.
But
a few days.
everyone jump on Gotham Knights. Looks amazing.
Fucking wild.
I don't regret buying it twice now.
Fucking wild. Fucking wild.
Someone might get a giveaway on some point of Gotham Knights. Who knows?
Maybe.
Well, I'm gonna have two. I'm gonna have 3 God of Wars.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, one's gonna be sealed, but like there'll be a code. Then there'll be like a spare Gotham Knights from the collector's edition.
Fucking wild.
I hate them. And that fucking Hogwarts collector's edition, $500 for a wand and a book statue.
Yeah.
That was it, and the steelbook.
Yeah. Stupid. It's stupid.
That's Warner Brothers to get. That's $1,000 in 2 of their collector's editions.
Did you buy the Harry Potter one? Did you?
No.
Good.
Oh, excuse me. I'm waiting for the steelbook.
It just looks so silly. Like, at least with the Gotham Knights one, you get a full decent statue.
That looks. I wonder how
That's
big
actually-
that is.
that's
Probably as
actually
big as this, maybe.
Oh no, I reckon it looks
Maybe
like
like-
it's gonna be bigger than that.
Yeah, I know, it's only fucking massive.
Like-
It's got like all 4 characters. They're pretty
Yeah.
spaced out, and it looks just massive.
It looks pretty big. Like, it's not gonna be tiny.
Hope it can fit up there. Fuck.
Maybe not. Maybe on the top shelf. You have to clear off the top shelf.
Mm-mm.
So,
My Vegetas are up there.
well, your vaginas are gonna have to come down.
Vegetas are up there. Look, they're just chilling. Fuck. But
Have you
I
come up?
need to get a Goku one to put up.
Yeah, gotta go up there.
Or no, Trunks actually.
Get a
Vegeta
Goku.
and Trunks. Goku.
Gotta go through.
I'm like, what? Get a Goku. Get a Cackle Bean. That's what their names are from, though. Like, not Vegemite, but like. I wish I knew where my fucking phone was to get the rest of my shit.
You don't need the rest of your shit. You don't need
I put
it.
it on
don't
the
need
Twitter.
it. Exactly. Because we got the final piece of the resistance for the end of the episode.
Oh, I better start rowing.
You better start rolling. So, I actually gave it a subtitle for it as well. I wrote down on my notes, Saints Row reboot, the good, the bad, and the downright weird.
Yeah, the damn Saints Row is weird.
That's the point. That's exactly it. So, we've been seeing a lot of it lately. I finally, like I said before I've shown it, I've got Saints Row and I've been playing it. Jim's been playing it. I mean, the lot of the flack that it's getting is really not deserved, and it's like not people be like
Some
we're being paid off. We're not being like there are broken moments in the game. There are broken fundamental moments, like we have seen where it's like being hit by a train. Like, dude, you should be like fuck being hit by a train.
I haven't done that.
Have you seen what people have done being hit by a train?
No.
Okay, so basically it's that bad. Whereas you can sit on the train track, train comes and just pushes you.
They can fix that easy.
So
really.
that's understandably broken.
It's a collision issue.
Exactly. Like there are a few different things where it's like vehicles.
The cars just boom boom.
Yeah, but I mean you should die when you get hit by a train.
Yeah, like it's a full on just instant death. Like
yeah, so it's the impact. Like there's a lot of things people are saying, and like I'm not going to get into that too much, but like been playing it, and it's not as bad as people have been making it out to see. Like I've got
nothing to say because I've had like one bug where my loading screen wouldn't end. That's about it.
Yeah, and like I'm playing on last gen, he's playing on next gen, so we really had a bit of difference. There have been a few different issues. One of the big issues I guess an issue is it's single player, so you have like an aim assist to a degree, but aim assist likes to work when it wants to work. It doesn't always work. Sometimes aim assist I found because it's just you can't even turn it off. It's just inbuilt. There's no turning on or off of aim assist. It just does it.
There is.
No.
There's a mine. I can put it to default, wide, short.
Well, whatever the aim assist was sitting
extreme, I think, is where it comes in from a mile and goes.
So, oh wow, that's crazy. So, whatever it was set up for me, I was fighting some people before, and there was a guy in front of me.
As you move that stick, it's like broken. Like it just breaks.
That's what I mean. So, there was a person in front of me that I was trying to shoot at, and I'm trying to trying to aim at him, like manually aim at him, shoot at him, but it kept locking onto the people behind him.
I've had that.
Yeah, so
I've had where my aim wouldn't stay on the target.
There have been points where like I'll shoot people and the bullets will just go through them and they won't lose health. Like there are fundamental things, but I'm not saying it's bad because it's actually a lot of the stuff that people have been bagging about the game is what Saints Row games have always had. Like I was going to go a lot more in depth with it, but
and you can.
It's at this point in time now, I'm just kind of burnt out. I might do a write-up on it. I don't know. I might do another video on it. But fundamentally, this feels like it being said it's a reboot. If people remember the ending of the fourth game, that made the joke themselves that the whole universe was going to be rebooted. This is literally that reboot. Like, it feels like you're playing the first game again with the whole build-up of getting the church and everything happening. People going about the narrative seems a bit weird. The narrative makes sense when you're playing the game because...
You have to build with the second one because you wasn't in the church then either, I don't think.
Well, when you in the first game, you rock up in town you rock up in Stillwater as this thug, and there's just gangbangers shooting and stuff like that, and you come across the Saints and they recruit you because you're just like a random guy, and you're just like, oh, there's churches under attack. I'm going to help these people, so you start gangbanging people in the first game.
You're in the middle of that fucking street.
Yeah, and you just help these people being gangbanged. It was because the Saints church was being attacked by like the.
I remember that. And you got like Keith David's character chilling, just like, hey, we need some help.
Yeah, so you're like, fuck it, and then you end up joining them because you helped them save the church, and basically this is kind of the same thing. Like this is like a startup again because they're like, let's create our own organization instead. We've worked for organization.
This is the four of them like building this fucking empire of like taking over this massive map.
Yeah, so like Saints has already been there, but they use that and they build off of that. But like people have been saying it has a very crappy story and introductions and stuff like that. Clearly haven't played.
It's not the best.
I mean, it makes sense.
It's basic.
It makes sense. It's not like it just doesn't make any sense. Like they've all fallen apart from each gang they were in, and they like let's make our own.
They don't want to pay rent.
I mean, clearly, yeah, I can understand why they don't want to pay rent because they steal the church. So
yeah, they fucking really do.
Like it's crazy.
Dale was doing that just before the fucking podcast. He's like, he's in the thing demolishing shit.
Yeah, you demolish it and you steal you kidnap the mayor so you can get their deeds to the friggin' church. So it's like, yeah. And then because they're a church, they don't want to pay rent, which makes sense. They're a church. They're like, we own it, we don't pay shit. But
they only own it. I don't want to spoil anything. Fuck.
That's what I mean. So I don't know. There's been a lot of things which a lot of people have been talking about.
No, the story is basic, but that's what Saints Row is. Like, it's not. I mean, it's not basic.
Nothing
but...
amazing. It's nothing The story's never been groundbreaking. The biggest thing I was going to say as well is we've had another game before this as well, which was Agents of Mayhem, that still to a degree exists to the universe. But you know, it's there are some moments, but it definitely grows on you the more you play, and the controls get better. You feel
if you just forget about paying attention, it's
the biggest issue as well is it's a video game. This is one of those games that's a video game, not where. Because there's a concept now where video games have to be this amazing work of art.
Well, they do, to a point.
Like, I can understand the sense of being polished. Like, there are a few polished things that this does skip out on. With some
already have set the standard.
The standard of quality is one thing. But video games don't have to be groundbreaking masterpieces like a God of War or like Uncharted or Last of Us. They don't have to be solid groundbreaking narratives. Like, games are
not
games
narrative, but polish does. Like, you have to polish where it's that good.
Yeah. So
otherwise people just don't like it.
There are tick marks, like we've talked about Cyberpunk and stuff like that. Like, there are tick marks where everything has a grade to a degree. But this isn't that bad that people are making it out to be. Like, and that's the biggest problem too, is people get the wrong thing confused because they go, "Oh, this game's wacky." It's not a groundbreaking game. It's like, but it's a video. Like, it's not meant to be. Video games are meant to be fun and entertaining. They're meant to be just jump in, do wacky shit. You're driving around. It's a Grand Theft Auto theft game, like Watch Dogs rip off. Like you're doing
Watch Dogs ripped off that.
I know, but it's kind of meta back off of it because it has like Watchdog themes in this game, so they're all like Saints Row Volition always made fun of their different genre games around them. They're very self-aware of what's around them, and they do that and they put it in their games. They get aware of what's happening with the environments around them, the situations of what other people are making, and they make fun of that and put it in their games. And that's what people are forgetting. They see this game and like, oh, all this weird wacky. It's like, oh, he's getting the car, and he's sliding over here and sliding. Like that's the game. Like, that's the mechanics. Like, people are being all weird about some of the stuff that's happening.
Oh no, that's like, only a new thing though. That's
the mechanics though. Like, well, sliding, yes and no to a degree. Like, it's a wacky game.
Could be done better.
It's a wacky.
Because I've run off a cliff once, off the side of a road. I'm like, that shouldn't happen. If I'm hitting someone else, my car should just bam, stop. And they should go yeeting, not mine going whoopee with it.
But like, that's the thing though. It's meant to be just a wacky game, and that's the way people are getting lost. Is the fundamentals is it's just meant to be wacky fun. Like, it's not meant to be taken seriously. Like, they've literally made a game so people can just go, fuck it, I've had a rough day, I'm gonna pick it up and just be like, do stupid shit. I'm gonna race around 100 miles an hour and do a backflip and fucking dive off a cliff or light some guy on fire or punch him or
killed somebody.
It's Saints Row. Saints Row has always been that light-hearted clown game. If you wanted a game that's literally nonsense, that's what Saints Row was. You'd run around. It's literally the fourth game, if people forget. You're a fucking superhero. You could jump and fly around everywhere and super jump. Look at the first game where you came from. Like,
when you're in the dreamland or what the fuck it was.
Yeah, but like, that doesn't matter. Like, it's wackiness. You know what I mean? The game was never to be serious. It wasn't like, oh, he's actually a superhero now. You go fucking change it. He's a superhero. That's how it's meant to be. You're gonna love it. He's gonna fucking shoot webs. His web swing and like, that's no. It's like, it's okay. Cool. He's and that's the thing. People
Indiana Jones, the whips, the
that's what I mean. Like, people take things so seriously. It's like Fortnite. Like, it's wacky nonsense. It's not meant to have any narrative connection or serious. Like, it's like, oh, cool. Indiana Jones. Is
it's
Spider-Man
pointed to a point. This one compared to the other ones.
And I feel like a lot of people are missing that point with if you go with any of the Saints Row games, because even with the first and second game, like, they were wacky. Like, who's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm a thug, he's walking around the street like this going, hey bro, let's rip a bong, and he's like, and then you're like, yeah, and like off your head. Like, that was the first game. You would walk around,
There's a legit emote you can use, and someone's just there going,
yeah. But like, that was it. Like, in the first game, you literally walk into the store, you buy a bong and buy a beer, and you scull the beer, like, yeah, and then you get the bong and you rip the bong, you're like, and you're like high off your head, and you're like, yeah. Like,
yeah.
It wasn't taken seriously. Like, the whole game, and like, one of the games was like the names of places, Freckle Bitches, Rim Jobs, like,
oh, Jim Robs.
Yeah, like, it's called Jim Robs now. Like, they're making fun of themselves because it's a reboot. Like, everything's been changed because it's an alternate universe, like, rebooted universe. Like, There's so many people that are taking this game way too seriously and being like...
I mean, I still do get the
just...
criticism. It does feel like it's from PS4, Xbox One area still.
Yes.
Even on PS5, it feels very janky. Like,
and that's what I mean.
The movement is fucked.
And that's what I said. That's what I'm saying. There are things that could be polished, and that's where there's the line where people are getting very confused. It becomes this fuzzy line of polishedness and quality of life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people get very confused because
it's a 2022 game. The movement should be fucking like every other game out there.
Yeah, because I do notice it with the models where character model runs and it does look like they're hovering on the ground. Like, they don't look like they're
cars
feeling like they're earthed properly. But, like, mechanically, like, it's built like that to be wacky, but not too wacky where it breaks. Like, it's...
So, the car sounds disappear sometimes. It's weird. Like, I'm driving a car, I was like, nah. I'm still driving and there's no sound.
There are, like I said, they're not saying, like, I'm trying to defend it fully, but, like, there are moments where things break. So sound, understandable, they need to polish their sound clips, so sound clips run constantly. Like, there are certain tweaks they can do, but overall, when people go, oh, it's a wacky game, like, when there's wacky
cars
games...
are not just one note. The whole time it's just...
like, it's stuck in the one gear.
The whole fucking time. It's like...
that is annoying. But, like, that's what I mean, though. It's a weird line when people pick up wacky games and they blame it as being a bad game. It's like, it's not. It's a wacky game for a reason.
Not a bad game, it's just not polished.
Exactly.
It just needed it needed like another few months in the oven.
So the aiming's a bit off. The bullets go through people. Like, you take... like,
that's a perk though, you can kill, I think.
Hey?
I think there's a perk that goes through to the next person.
No, well, I'm at least trying to shoot a guy, and he's like staring at him, trying to shoot him, and you can see the bullets just going straight through them, and they're not losing any health.
Oh, I've done that too, yeah.
Yeah.
And a headshot, I'm like, that's a fucking headshot!
Yeah, so like I said, the hit markers that seem to be broken. The aiming is a bit off. Like, the steering's a bit off, we've seen that.
Basically, the base mechanics of the game, really.
Base mechanics, basically what it comes down to, if you strip it all down, base mechanics
is very rough. Is driving and shooting, and they're both busted.
But overall, where people have been picking out things where, like, cars...
not badly, but...
like, the point where cars take off and they go flying. Like, you know, if you do a jump, like, people forget, if it's Saints Row, if you're going off a jump, the whole point of it is to be over-dramatic and the car go, yow, like, fly and, like, crash and bash and explode and flip. Like, it's Saints Row, it's wacky. Again, that's wacky. That's not a bug. That's wacky gameplay mechanics. It's a wacky game. Where, you know, like, but if you're, like, walking down the street and you're like, ha ha ha, and the next your character's like, and then it launches off, that's not part of the game. That's a bug. Like,
I've been hurt by my car getting out of it.
Like that's a bug. That's not meant to happen. Like,
there are happened to you, is it?
No, but...
You press Y or triangle, you get out of your car, it's like, ugh! I'm like, how?
But, like, people have been, like, there are things that people are taking wackiness of the game and saying it's poor game quality. It's like, oh, it's just like...
I mean, they're not wrong, but they're not right either. Like, most of it does make sense.
Like, if you know the context, it makes sense why it's like that. But there are some things that are in there that don't...
No, the other games are way better, though, than this.
Polished, definitely. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's where the confusion is. Like, I'm not saying it's 100% perfect. Like, there are problems in it, but the problem is people...
Like, I was playing Saints Row 2. That ran better on the Series X.
Mm.
That game's like nearly 20 years old, and it's like, oh, this is fucking dope. I'm like, it ran. The movement was better. Driving was not floaty. It was way better. Like, they done something to this where
it's because of the... I guess again, it is a new engine, and they've just built.
Don't blame COVID. Fuck's sake.
Like, no,
don't blame anything like that. You can't even blame the engine. All devs have different engines. Like, they use different things. The game turns out good or shit. Like,
no, but like if
it's quality control.
It's weird to explain. There are some engines that exist that are just very janky engines. Like, they make things
quality
floaty.
Control. Like, who's QA's all this? Like, it's not working when they QA'd it.
Like, I know we've mentioned engines before, but there are some engines I've seen that just, no matter what you build in those engines, they look the same. They have the same physics. Like, that's just how
it's the same engine they've used for the last other few games too. So,
yeah,
it's the same Havoc engine. They use the physics in that. The same fucking engine. The physics are still fucking hit and miss.
So, yeah.
Sometimes you go yeeting, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you do this, sometimes it doesn't. It's like, it's got to be constant.
Yeah. Oh, engines are just whack.
but like, still, it's needed more time to develop. I mean, they already delayed it from earlier in the year. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the release back in February or March if it meant to come out? Fucking hell. The game would be busted.
All it needed was an extra 6 months or something like that to touch up the few little bits and pieces here and there. So that's the controls and
I guess we're the guinea pig. I guess teams don't have testers anymore.
Maybe that's where a lot of that is a thing. I have heard there's no.
Which then they should have them, and then you won't make a shit game. There's people testing this. I got it as soon as I started playing. It's like, well, that's shit. When you go to make your preset, if you click skin, the whole character changes like 4 times just for one change.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was like me with like I was saying when I was making my character, I went into the one setting and then came back and it changed the whole facial features, which I didn't even click on. Like,
yeah,
everything was bugging
my
out.
Shaggy kept getting a woman's voice.
Yeah. So it basically comes down to coding. They didn't code up the thing properly, which like this box is this when you do this scripting. So whatever they've done, they haven't keyed it properly. So it's just going when this does this, this can happen 10 times. It's like, that's all you need to do is check the right boxes.
So it is a developer issue.
But that again, that's a different concept of the overall game. Like I said, things like that, I can understand for being broken. But there are things that people are taking from the game and saying that it's broken. It's like that's not. Like,
the game is broken in areas, but it's not like overly broken.
Because people are really ripping on it. And I'm just like, have you played a Saints Row game? Like, people are getting offended by like the narratives and the conversations and the character being self-aware.
That's compared to the last ones.
Like,
fuck.
That's what I mean. Like, people getting like this one dude was getting. I watched this one dude play, and he was getting like, he got like really wild in one of the videos because his character kept going on about horse penis.
They better not play Saints Row 3 because they had a fucking pimp. And his name was Zemos. He was the best character of the whole fucking franchise.
But like, there's a lot of wacky stuff that happened, and people just don't. It's like, have you? And they're like, oh, it's like, have you played Saints Row?
He was a pimp. He was also wasn't he a prostitute himself?
Something like that. It was crazy.
He actually wore a gimp suit, and he like towed a wagon behind him.
I know. That's what I mean. There's so much wacky shit that like that's what it's a wacky game.
And he had the robotic voice, like. How outlandish could you get?
I mean, I went wacky with it. Like I said, I made my character She-Hulk. You play as Shaggy.
Shaggy, the mask, whatever.
Yeah, you mix it up, but I play as She-Hulk through mine, and it's just crazy. I'm loving it. Like, it's to me like how I'm doing everything.
I'll give it a solid 6 or 7. Like, it's a good game. Like, fuck.
It has bugs,
not
but
worth the price
it definitely feels
for it,
like a Saints Row. It still feels like a Saints Row game. 100% still feels like a Saints Row game. People are saying it doesn't feel like a Saints Row game. It's like, have you played Saints Row ever? Do you not gone back to and play it? Like,
depends which one they played.
That's what I mean. Like, if you compare it to the first game,
the fourth, like what we have, like that first game was just wacky. It wasn't wacky. It was still like this.
It was so.
But they had no wackiness in the first one. It was just natural.
It was weirdly serious. So it was wacky, but it was serious.
It had to be because the second one was serious too. But it had a little element of wacky, like a little.
Because the first 5%. One was straight up being a mockery of GTA. Like, it was being self-aware. Like, that's where the wackiness came from. It was being self-aware that the game was ripping off another game of its genre.
I might stream that. Does that work on Series X, do you reckon? The original Saints Row?
I'm not sure. And Saints Row 2 was just like, it started becoming its own thing. And then 3...
Saints Row 2 was serious with a little bit of wacky. Saints Row 3 was over the top.
It became fully self-aware that it could be its own independent title.
Saints Row 4 was just fucking turn it to 11.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't bad. I didn't like 4 as much as 3 and 2 and all that.
But I like 4, but it felt like definitely DLC.
Get Out of Hell was just fucking
another
shit.
DLC. That was good.
Like, you went to hell for fuck's sake. Like,
yeah. You played Johnny Gat. Who wouldn't want to play as Johnny Gat?
I didn't like it as much.
I made Johnny Gat in like 3. I had the things I could play as Johnny Gat in 3 and 4.
Oh, the fucking head.
No, you made the skin. There was like a skin someone made, so you could actually play as Gat.
Oh,
and it looked like Gat.
In this one
too. So when you played 3, you could play as Gat, talking to Gat.
Yeah, they've done it in this one. It looks exactly like him too.
Yeah.
These people spend so much time. They got sexy Squidward.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. I might even try and find the Gat skin, download and play Gat.
Not hard to find. Just click browse and it's right.
Yeah.
A few rows down. Does it go for all consoles and that, or?
What's that?
Go for everything. Is it all on one?
Oh, I think all the bosses were cross platform.
Yeah, because get Shaggy and all that as well. Because they're so fuck. I had someone on stream last night say that it's not Shaggy.
What?
They're like that. They said it looks nothing like Shaggy. I'm like, what Shaggy have you seen?
Yeah, which Shaggy do they think it is? The singer? Like, it wasn't me.
You need to go on a journey.
It wasn't me.
But who fucking knows? Everyone plays Saints Row.
Honestly, it is.
Maybe get it on a price drop. Don't pay $150 like I did. I only get it for the steelbook.
That's wild.
Get it for the steelbook. Anything for a steelbook. Not anything, because I'm not getting that fucking Harry Potter one.
No. But anyway.
I'm guessing, because I did it with Gotham Knights, JB's going to get a fucking steelbook, because EB got the collector's edition. So I'm just waiting for that. Like a $90 game or whatever it is. The steelbook, so fingers crossed.
No, I'm not crossed.
I actually was going to cancel a God of War, like the collector's edition.
Oh. Bro.
Yeah, that was so cheap. It was only 200 odd bucks. And here we are, fucking everyone else charging 500.
Yeah.
For less, with less in it.
How?
I mean, granted, God of War doesn't have a fucking disc.
Yeah, I think that's why most probably.
No, they've still got the fucking game on a code. Costs the same amount. The game's still there. It's just it costs some cents to print it on a disc. Costs some cents to get a fucking code voucher. Like, probably costs the same. But because there's digital PS5s, they should have a checkout thing. You want digital or physical?
I know. Like
digital, you get a code. You get a code in the case.
Yeah.
Physical, you get the fucking disc in the case.
Like, what's so hard about them making the boxes that they give away as just a box with all the goodies, and then they go, "Here's your slip with a code in a separate thing," or "Here's your you know what I mean?" Or "Here's your disc."
With
like, package.
Gran Turismo 7, that was a steelbook with a disc and a code. There's a disc and a code. Why don't they just do that?
Yeah.
Granted, you get the game twice. One's a PS4 code.
Cut your losses and just do it, because like
just give us the PS4 code with a disc, so they can have the PS4 version, but it goes to a 5. Like,
yeah.
They got the Gran Turismo for fuck's sake, and that was just a standard steelbook edition, 25th anniversary edition. But like, as a code, PS4, you have to pay to upgrade those, like $10.
Yeah,
it's fucking worth it if you get a disc. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I know.
And then you got Microsoft putting a disc for a shit game that no one uses. Halo Infinite. It's on fucking Gamepass and you give them a disc. Fuck me. I'm so salty I didn't get a fucking steelbook.
Hey?
I'm so salty I didn't get a steelbook.
Oh, the Halo.
They're in store only, but I don't know which store has them. I don't fucking get it. Yeah. But I got nothing else. I'm gonna keep ranting if I keep going.
Well, I think we'll wrap that up then. I think
about 2 hours. Not bad.
Hour and 40 minutes.
Exactly. I was gonna keep it longer if I had my phone on me. I would have. It's in my dressing gown.
Make it say at the end, fucking the latest episode of She-Hulk, the end credit scene.
Working.
She-Hulk twerking. I would not have expected to see that in my life. Like I was saying to a friend, I was like, I was never expecting in my life to see She-Hulk twerk, because like I feel like I've unlocked a secret list off my secret bucket list. It's like a secret achievement.
She-Hulk would have never twerked back in the comics and that.
I mean, twerking was never around back then.
No, but she wouldn't have done it either. No superhero would twerk.
She-Hulk did now.
Yeah, but I'm so I did see I saw the twerking and then I saw Angry Joe posted it. So I'm like, I kind of want to watch that at some point. He's gonna fucking grill it.
I thought it was funny.
I'm like, good, grill it. Get him to not do it fucking again.
Caught me so off guard. I was not prepared for that.
I only knew because I saw a screenshot. I'm like, why is she twerking?
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
I haven't seen the second episode yet.
Anyway.
I'm not a fan of it. Well, I'll admit that.
I'm enjoying it.
Especially Last Man Standing, because that's way better.
Different type of show.
Hey.
It's a definitely different type of show.
Yeah, but Last Man Standing is just better. Better writing. Everything.
It's a different show.
It's Tim Allen.
Exactly.
What more do you want?
Tim Allen in the Marvel Universe.
He's too old for that now.
He was the Hound Man.
Oh. I forgot about it. He doesn't do that in Last Man Standing.
Doesn't he?
I think he's done it once in one episode for a second.
I gotta watch it. I had to finish watching Home Improvement.
I'm at the last season. I haven't finished that yet.
I
forgot where I put my my Home Improvement box set.
Yeah.
It's somewhere. I don't know where it is.
Anyway. Oh well.
Can't believe I found it for like $80.
I know.
So cheap.
It's so cheap.
But yeah, on that note, before I do continue rambling about stuff, thank you, Bearders and Beardettes, for joining us on episode 36. As always, we have we appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by, checking us out. If you're new, how the fuck you doing? Click the sub if you want. But as always, we have been Dale and Jim. Don't forget to ring the bell, and we'll catch you guys next week. Bye-bye! Fucking fugglers. Fucking fugglies. He tore his groin off his bone. Ooh.